And you know what? If you want to listen to Darnell,
But that's Tank
knock
style.
niggas out. That's what you should do.
And
That's Tank style.
I could say,
Change your style.
would you
Knock a nigga out.
say Mayweather's an
Crazy.
exciting boxer to watch?
He was.
early on his
Early
career.
on.
Yeah.
When he was Pretty Boy. Yeah.
So when he became Money Mayweather and he had the whole shell defense and all that other stuff,
He always had that.
you did.
we're watching more so because of the shit outside of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a way you could have both. If you're not going to switch up the way you fight, if you're not going to punch more and you're not going to be more like offensive or whatever it is,
Yeah.
then like dog, you got to turn it up. Like maybe that's what he was doing with the Twitter, because that got
But
some attention.
And you
the
know
wrong
what?
attention though.
That is the wrong attention, but it's attention.
Yeah.
and everybody's not the same.
Because now more people's talking about it than actually watch the people that watch the
Yeah,
fight.
it worked.
Because I didn't watch
Yeah.
the fight.
Everybody's not the same. So it's like you gonna go and try to be something else.
You should have watched the fight, Brad. It was on
Nah,
PBS.
I was busy.
Is that so? Let me ask you a question though. Is that
TNT.
is that him not being him,
Like,
or is that him basically
Every box.
protecting the persona? Because there's a lot of fighters that like
Where the
they
hell was
are
that?
in a box because this is what makes sense in terms of optics for sponsors or the WBC or whoever it is. Like you want to look a certain way. Because I mean, wasn't Shakur there with the whole takeoff shit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like I mean,
What does that mean?
we don't really know who he is outside of like this. I don't want to say clean cut, but
Nah, he had a fight at a gas station. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. My thing is like you just gotta be, because when you start trying to be something else and do this, and that's when you form, and that's when they gonna say something anyway.
however you do it, you got to get people to give a fuck.
Knock people out. Be more entertaining. Show a bit more of your personality.
But if that's not his style, right? If he's never been a knock motherfuckers out fighter,
And that's a problem, to be very honest.
right? And early on, most people are,
Yeah.
and that's the whole thing. How they get attention.
And he
they
does
knock
have some
people out.
knockouts. I definitely don't want to discredit his boxing ability.
But if you start going out there and he start trying to go hunt for a knockout and this and that, that's the quickest way for you to get knocked out. And it
Yeah,
sounds
but-
trash and like boring, but like
You know what? Listen,
what you
he's
do,
he's
fight
done
your
with
fighter.
his top rank contract, right? He's a free agent right now. Now it's time to show and prove. You can go to any boxing promoter group you want to. You should be able to get the fights you've been begging for. It's time to show and prove.
yeah, he's young enough. He's gonna get something.
But there are a lot of
27.
people who are saying like it's going to be harder for him to book those fights because again, if you're talking about draws, like a boxer has but so many fights that until he's out of the game. Like, at what point do you prioritize money over like legacy or whatever the fuck it is?
But I don't think the problem isn't him getting the fights. The problem is the purse for the fights, right? So now you go to fight a Tank, and Tank's like, well, my pay-per-views are doing this. You're on PBS.
But
So I
that's
want
what I'm saying.
80, you get 20,
Right.
right?
He can't sell a fight.
And that's when he has to kind of be like, all right, because it is what it is at that point.
Yeah.
But you don't get that fight at all if you go try to fight another style and you start losing.
He got to be
That's a
confident
good
enough
point.
in his ability
Like I think
to go out there and do what he needs.
But I'm sure he's
got
been
like
fighting that
4
same
mil
exact
for
way
that
every time.
Mayweather fight. So
Yeah.
I mean,
And mind
Roberto's-
you,
yeah.
and mind you, the guy he
Berto,
fought,
good.
the guy he fought, because people were hoping he would at least knock him out, right?
Mm-hmm.
The guy he fought his last fight, he got knocked out by Frank Martin, who Tank just dominated. Come on, man. Now I don't want to see you against Tank.
Yeah, I mean, if that's not his
So the
fight,
guy
it's not
he
his fight.
beat just got beat by.
By the guy Tank knocked out in the 8th.
Right, but
Okay, I
Tank
guess
knocked him out, and that guy
So-
knocked him out. But this guy took Shakur to 12. Paul.
Yeah.
Yes.
Berto got stopped mad times,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Robert Garcia,
Yes.
Soto Carras,
Yes.
Victor Ortiz.
He was an entertaining fighter, though.
Huh?
He was an entertaining fighter.
Super entertaining fighter.
Yes.
Mayweather didn't stop him. That doesn't mean that those guys were, you know what I mean?
Weather whipped his ass, though.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
Shakur whipped this guy's ass.
I think there's something to be said for fighters that, like, you know, and again, this isn't health advice, but like, you know, you go out on your shield, you put on a fight, people are paying to watch you fight. Of course, protect yourself. Of course, all these other things, but
That guard on your shield, fam, you supposed
How
to be so
many-
ill you don't have to use the
yeah,
shield too
but
much.
how long are you going to, you know what I mean, try to protect yourself in
Right.
terms of like, you know what I mean?
But we talking like extremes as like America. Like, got to get everything and all this money, right?
Yeah.
If he's getting $15 million for 3 fights,
Is he?
He's
Was
okay.
was that his deal with Top
that's
Rank?
what Top Rank just offered him, right?
To come back.
Yes.
15 for 3?
Yes.
That's not bad.
It's not that bad. If
Y'all
you're
say
gonna be
that when
okay.
Tank is up 250 M's or something.
That's
Okay,
fine.
of course, but what he's saying is he's not
It's
Tank,
totally cool.
and he's basically he can continue to accumulate these. It's going to be a longer road.
He's never,
It's going to take him a while
It's a
to get to that
different road.
200, but it's safer. And again, he's probably going to still be able
they
to
say
talk.
he's one of the top 10 pound for pound boxers in the world.
Who?
Shakur.
Uh-huh.
Maybe even top 5.
Yeah.
If you are top 5 and you think in your mind maybe even number 1, and that guy's making 200 million, you just got offered 15, that's a problem.
But you're judging the
mean-
wrong metric because it's like he
Yeah.
might be top 5 in terms of skill, but is he top 5 in terms of draw?
It's only one way we find out. He got to go out there and show it.
And with 15 million from Newark,
Nigga, that's and so this goes back to being
15
relevant.
won already.
What do you mean
That's
15
your
million from
idea.
Newark?
15 million from anywhere.
you
Yeah,
won.
15 million
That's
from
y'all
anywhere is lit.
idea. That is not what he
But it's
thinks.
extra money when you're from Newark.
Yeah.
That. Yeah, but the boy
You
from
a
Baltimore
piece of
got 250.
That's wild. He would have won at 15 million too.
But like Tank,
But he
Tank
ain't going
is
for
a
15.
more exciting fighter, and I get
Far
what you were
more.
talking about.
Baby Tyson.
And there's so much that goes into it because there's knockout artists, right, that aren't getting anywhere near the money that Tank is getting. A lot of it goes into like the right time, right promoter, right look, right. So much goes into it. Like that, like people look at that and they go, oh, well, that's what it should be. And it's like there's a whole gamut.
Shakur's looking at it
From
and
the-
saying that though.
And-
And that's what he's telling us.
Right. And all I'm saying is like if you keep like, oh, well, it has to be that, and you switch up, once you fuck up, it ain't nobody's gonna be like, yo, at least he tried. Nobody's gonna say at least you tried when you
If
lose.
he don't switch up, then it's 15 million on the table. And,
Hey,
and
man.
maybe that's the most you get.
And that's
But
okay.
Wait,
I don't think it is.
what happens if he loses?
Not for him.
What do you mean?
What's the bread look like if he loses?
It probably
Less than
drastically
15.
changes. Cause now not only did they see you as boring before, but now you lost and
You're
you're
boring and a loser.
Let me
Fam,
ask you a
just
question.
keep
So,
keep
yeah,
on course.
I
He had to
agree
pay
with
his
you.
own trainers and shit out that 15.
yes.
Of course.
But I mean, my nigga, it's 15. You're not talking about UFC.
I'm
fights
Y'all
that-
saying
No, I-
y'all saying that, but again, his lifestyle may
I got more.
be way more than
Right, but that's something that we
His
gotta
skill level
evaluate.
is saying I want way more than 15. I'm
Yeah,
worth
well,
way more than
nigga,
15.
you gotta
I
do.
should have-
You gotta have a $15 million dollar lifestyle. You can't have a $200 million
You
dollar
can if you
lifestyle.
go earn 200.
Yo,
Yeah, you can't have a Tank Devin Haney lifestyle, my nigga. You
We
gotta
f-
have a.
go ahead. We feel like we're the best podcast, funniest podcast on the planet. We say it all the time, right?
we do.
Joe Rogan gets how many hundreds of million
Oh
or
my
whatever?
God.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do? Start potting like Joe Rogan?
We're not potting until we get paid.
Like what?
If we could get any guests we
Alright,
want,
listen.
I'd say let's go get them. No, don't get me wrong. I would pod like Joe. Shit.
Nigga, if they pulled
You know, all
up with
them-
15 million, like next time y'all pull up to the studio, you're gonna see the red fucking curtain and shit in the table. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Shakur, man, Big Nork, all that, but nah.
And I'll
Fight
give you
some-
even more advice. Stay the fuck away from Tank. Leave him alone. That's your last fight before you retire.
That's fucked up.
That might be good advice.
I'm dead serious.
That might be good advice.
Because
And then
He got to get high profile
once
fights.
he gets a
though.
loss, it's gonna be bad. He can't lose.
You got to get high profile fights.
and then him picking a fight with Cam and Mace was like the worst. Like if you're
And
gonna
then
do
Cam said,
anything,
"I'll slap you."
yeah. Cam
That
was like,
buyout.
he was like, don't
That's
get
crazy to be a
don't get
boxer
boxing
get
and the street mixed up. I expect to fight. Like,
Cam is
like,
right on that one
yeah.
too, though.
He's very
Cam is
right about
absolutely right.
He's very right.
Don't mix those
Yeah.
two up. Leave them boys alone. That's all.
Yeah, why argue with these niggas? We get more money than you. We gonna offer you a job. We gonna smack you. It's like they're better at talking shit than you too. You should
That's
just.
Far better.
Mace got to keep the cowboy hat on though.
Hilarious.
Mace is hilarious.
Yeah.
And Shakur, and
It's
for
getting
him
a
to
little
say Mace,
crazy up there.
for him to talk about Mace's ability, his rap ability was crazy to me.
Yeah.
He's young.
He's just young.
Yeah.
He don't know how ill Mace was, but whatever.
So Mace's take about Bronny taking him to Dykeman and shit was mad funny, and like I agreed with. It was like OD funny. Mace is a great podcaster.
Man,
I never thought I'd say that.
He's a person.
he got a lot better.
Yeah.
Bronny, it's like he just got to take his bumps.
I think we said that though.
Thanks for watching. For more content, please check out these videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And all of the good stuff is actually on our Patreon. Go subscribe.